So, okay, going back to you, you said that, like, I objectify women. How do I objectify women?
What do you say, the labia?
How would that, hold on, how would that actually be objectifying women? You're going to just look at yourself in the monitor, or are you going to respond?
I don't know what to say. Wait, what was the question again?
Well, when I asked you, how have I been misogynistic, and you're like, oh, you objectify women.
Okay, let me correct it. You've been perfect.
Okay.
Well, you said I was misogynist.
Okay,
How
that's
you think I'm misogynist?
she concedes the argument then.
But she pointed to me though.
I don't like arguing.
Why do you think I'm misogynist?
Oh, I forgot what you said now, but I had it earlier.
See, that's the thing. See, my thing is with y'all. It's like y'all. The issue is this: women, y'all come to these conversations because I've done panels with a lot of women. Y'all have these preconceived notions of what you think you know. And then when a man has the information to counter it, you say stuff like, well, I don't have all the data, so why the are you defending something that you're unlearned about? That doesn't make any sense. We didn't know we were going to be talking about this. I'm talking about in generalities. Because whether you knew, I can come to it, for example. Brian could say, hey, we talking about dating tonight. But I still might have, he might throw me a question about something that has nothing to do with dating. I still might have an answer for it. So whether I'm prepared to talk about it tonight or not doesn't mean I don't have the data for it. If you're so concerned with women's rights, if you're so concerned with the diaspora or the disconnection between what men can do and what women can do, you should have that information readily available to your mind if you're always talking about you're in defense of it.
Another thing to think about here was that you guys brought up statistics, not us.
Yeah.
And so after you brought up statistics, I clarified those statistics. I didn't use them to even make an argument, just clarified what the statistics were. In this case, the claim, hang on, I'll give you the exact claim. The exact claim was how many women were getting due to SA. That was your claim. And so you said that's what the statistics back. So all I did was clarify the statistics. Didn't use them as a weapon, just clarified what they are.
How's that misandrous?
I'm not saying like the stats was making it like misogyny. I'm just saying y'all have information to back up your arguments and we don't. And I feel like knowing that and inviting us and not telling us what we're gonna talk about is it's not fair. Like, let me not say, oh, that's misogynist, but it's definitely not fair. And I feel like the arguments that we're talking about circulate around misogyny.
Well, let us assume for a moment, because this is true.
I think it makes plenty of sense.
Let us assume for just a second that in every single show, these same exact questions are asked over and over and over again.
Because that's exactly, hang on,
because that's what happens.
So I wouldn't know.
And now let us assume again that there's like, oh, I don't know, over 150 episodes that you could go watch. Isn't your failure of preparation, even though these questions are asked every single panel, for every single panel that comes on, isn't the failure of preparation there on you and not on the panelists? There's no question you've been asked that every single other group of women isn't asked.
Because y'all judging the show based on clips, so why don't you do your due diligence to see the whole show? Because you've made conclusive statements on clips you've seen, but you haven't done your due diligence to see what the whole show is about. So that to me leads back to what you claim as misogyny, as you're not prepared to defend what you believe. You're just following a preset of thinking that you never really did your due diligence on, and then when you're challenged on it, you play victim. Like, if you don't know about something, stop defending what you don't know. Learn it. That goes for male, female,
well,
white, whatever.
I'm not even as concerned with that as I am. What I don't understand is every single panel of women who comes in, the same questions are asked of them. Every single one. Everything from the rating scale to the bow video to all of this. Every single panel that I've been on 76 times, I think. Every single one, it's the same questions asked to a different panel of women. If that's the case, then you at least have the last 70-something episodes to choose from to do just a modicum of research. How could that be blamed on the host?
I'm not blaming the host, personally.
Okay. Well, I mean, but who should you be blaming? You should be blaming you, right? Because you're unprepared to have a conversation.
So who's to really blame?
To have a conversation.
I'm upset. I'm hurt.
You have 70 episodes to choose from.
I'm hurt.
Listen.
Can you scoot to the table a little bit? Okay, we're going to move on to the next thing. What would you want the minimum yearly income to be for your future husband?
Here we go.
Minimum, $1 million.
What's ideal?
$1 million minimum.
What would be ideal?
Oh.
Hold on.
Multi-million. It's okay.
Okay. All right. Have you ever dated a guy who makes $1 million a year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How did it work out?
He cheated on me.
I bet he did.
And then what about you?
I said 80K.
Oh, but you.
80K?
I said 40,000.
All right. You put 50,000 here.
Oh,
but
did I
that's
put
fine.
50?
40,
Okay.
What about you?
I think I answered this question stating
Depends.
it depends on our lifestyle, what I did choose.
What do you want the lifestyle to be? Okay, so you want kids,
that
right?
changes. Yeah, that changes.
How
I
many
don't know
kids
how
do you
many
want?
kids do I want.
How
I
many
don't
kids do you
know.
want?
I am accepting what life has for me, what God
Okay.
has for me.
Do you
So
want to stay in Southern California?
No.
Okay. All right. What about you?
300K is good, but
What-
a million would be better.
Yeah, you wrote millions, but 300,000 plus, depending what year it is. So, like, if you time travel back,
No.
you want to go
If
back
it,
in time, or what?
Depending like what year I get married, like obviously money's not gonna be the same value when I'm older.
Do y'all know the percentage of people that make that amount of money?
It's small.
Yes, very few.
people.
But so you would rather bypass, you would rather take a roll of dice on a 1 in a million chance for a life partner than to give someone a chance that may be workable? I just want to know how y'all
I'm
think.
workable depending on the
But
lifestyle.
she said 300,000, 80K. That's I ain't mad at that.
80K is less money
No,
than
no.
I make. So.
Though, and you said $1 million. I think you just playing though. You ain't serious.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, you gonna be seriously by
Single?
yourself. Yeah.
Wait, so 1 million and
Okay.
then $1 million.
If I meet him and he doesn't have $1 million yet, but he strives to make $1 million,
Right.
like that's fine.
Why does he need to make $1 million?
Or like
300K.
She wants a high value man.
And he's gonna do him. A high value man is y'all crazy, yo. Good luck, man. Life will teach you. Life will teach you.
So you think it's like impossible for a high value man to not cheat
I
or
could
something?
jump off this bridge. I could jump off this building and land on my feet. It's possible, but is it likely? Probably not. So if y'all want to keep banking your life on a dice roll, you have the right. See, I'm not one of them dudes that tell you shouldn't do this. Do what the you want. Just know what you're asking for, know the probability and the likelihood. You have a small window to have children and be this beautiful woman. You want to roll that 15-year window on meeting a millionaire and expecting him to focus strictly on you in the world where all women want his money? Good luck.
well, I'm not saying he needs to be a millionaire now.
But he shouldn't. No man needs to be a millionaire to get a woman. Y'all need to lower your value. I know you're attractive and all that, but that don't mean you deserve a man with money.
Doesn't
Lower
this
the
tie into the
value.
conversation
It's
we were
For
having?
money, yes, because money doesn't make a man.
This ties into the
Or woman.
conversation we were having earlier about like, do women need to lower their standards or do men need to step up? And it's like, you got women who want a guy who makes $1 million. That's like a point. I mean, it's definitely less than 1%. It's even less than that. It's a guy who makes $1 million. That's like.
And this is another thing. Y'all don't respect a man's natural instinct. So men are naturally polygamous, naturally. They tone that down for you. So once a man is empowered financially, the more money a man has, the more financially astute he becomes, the more access he has, that brings his nature to the surface. So you're trying to tone down a rich man and you want him to strictly deal with you, you don't understand man at all. And when y'all evaluating your mates, you're not taking into account the natural instincts and nature of a man at all. You're assuming he's just
naturally a hoe.
I believe
that's not a
true.
hoe though. That's the truth.
It is
Listen,
a hoe.
nothing. How is it a hoe? We're just,
Because you could go and fuck 100
we're not
women.
talking about just. We're talking about just
You
men
can
are naturally
be
polygamous
with
You're dating
outside of sex.
multiple women. There's gonna be some STDs and all type of things in that mix.
That's
some
not
hoe shit.
guaranteed, but that's not. It's called getting checked. Y'all act like it's guaranteed to get something by being with people. You can get checked and find out. So let's stop acting weird like that's impossible. You can find out what they have and deal with them. But what I'm saying is, regardless of how you feel about it, a man is not naturally polygamous nowhere in nature. It ain't got nothing to do with.
You just said he was polygamous.
I say he's not naturally monogamous, excuse me.
Okay.
Nowhere in nature is the male species monogamous. And nothing about his biology makes him monogamous, even when you take sex out of it. Men oftentimes have positions and be in positions where they're benefiting the many, like you'll see a minister. He talks to the whole congregation. A lot of women have put their emotional and mental trust into this one man. That's still a polygamous situation. It's just not sex is involved. So men are just naturally doing for the many. That's why a man can have 20 women pregnant while you can sit down for 9 months and be with that one child. So y'all keep comparing yourselves to men. It's just not the same thing. Men are not naturally monogamous, and the more you empower a man, the more likely he's not to be. Especially in today's time, we know most women just want him for his money. Why the fuck would he just pick one of y'all?
So that man that sat and got 20 women pregnant, he's not a.
Not if he can take care of them. No. If I got $80 million,
You're crazy.
If I got $100 million and I want
Nick Cannon has all the money and has 12 different families, and those are 12 broken homes.
And 12 women agreed to the shit because why?
Because
they
they're
put
idiots.
Most folks. Hey, that's your group. But most women put value of money over their bottom line. You said, hey, if he got a couple dollars, maybe. So that says something about women. If a man could get you to lower your standards of being a woman for money, that says more about you than him, because you ain't got to take the money. You taking the money because you rather have money than be a respectable woman. Now, if I'm taking care of all them kids, how am I a hoe? I got 20 like Cam Newton. All them kids live with him.
Some of them was born at the same time, so that meant he went to one lady one day and then the next.
How is that making him a bad parent to lead them kids to be successful?
I didn't say nothing about parenting. I said, is he a hoe? And you said, no, that doesn't make him a hoe.
I mean, I don't think that makes you, if they agree to it, how is you a hoe? And especially if you could take care of them.
Because you could be a hoe and everybody's okay with it.
There's a lot of men out here not taking care of their
I'm not talking about just a random guy.
But then he's not going to be able to take care of all those kids.
Who's polygamous, not.
Because it takes no effort for you to get sex. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be witty. You don't have to be accomplished. You just have to be appealing physically. A man has to have something or just money to get a woman to give him his body. So he has to acquire some type of skill set that y'all don't have to do. So when a man has multiple women, he's acquired some type of attraction. A lot of y'all don't even like a dude who don't got a girl. So y'all like it's like you see a dude walking down the street with a regular looking chick that's not attractive, you might overlook him. But if you come down the street with Rihanna, you're gonna look at him a little different. So y'all are even attracted to men who attract other women.
I don't know about y'all, but I mean, yeah, some women, yeah.
Okay, but also if a man does have money, but he's lacking like personality, character, values, I don't think I would be attracted to him.
Yeah, so
yeah, they say that.
Yeah, not only does he have to make $1 million, he has to be tall, good looking, single.
I put any height on
all these other
well, he needs to have
you're looking for money,
personality.
so it don't matter.
He's got to have personality.
That's what
Personality.
What does that mean to have personality?
I never said that.
$1 million? Come on, sweetheart.
That's
Like
You know about
having the
money.
same
It's all
value.
right. Own it. No, I'm talking
and
money.
you don't know what I have.
Wait, what?
You work. You make $1 million a year?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Doing what?
YouTube, having my own clothing brand, having my own
Wait,
podcast.
YouTube?
That's cool.
How many?
She
Wait,
But this the thing, we don't care about having $1 million.
You asked her a question.
No, I agree, but I'm saying, but that's
Wait, how
not
many
a prerequisite that we need to like.
700,000.
High value woman right here.
I mean,
So
According to a woman, we don't care about your money.
yeah, men don't care about your success.
I hope they don't.
But he asked
You
the
asked
question.
about it.
He asked the question.
You both asked
so
the
don't say,
correct
oh,
answer.
we
No, I
don't.
just asked how much you make.
Which is a response after is
But
we don't care about it.
No,
Because it
I'll
doesn't make you
explain
more
it.
attractive that you
I'll
make money.
explain it. I was asking
She's
because
answering the question she
That's
didn't
why
care
I
about if it made
It's
her
the
more
misogyny
attractive.
that I'm talking
or
about.
not.
How's it? Because we don't care that you make a lot of money. That's not
why'd
something.
you ask?
Because we answered the question that you asked, and then you going to refute it.
No.
Oh, we don't give a f
No,
anyway.
because she said it as if that makes her deserve a man who makes $100
And then
million.
now you
No.
gonna say, okay,
I'll
well,
explain.
the right answer.
It's no wrong or right answer.
I got this. I'll explain this. She said she makes $1 million. I was asking.
Made.
Huh?
Made.
Yeah. And then I was asking how many subscribers she has, because if she was like, oh, I have like 5,000 subscribers, I'm like, there's no way you're making $1 million on YouTube with 5,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was asking. It wasn't to like dunk on her and be like,
Oh, she got, you
I
got
wasn't
more
saying
than
though. I was
5,000.
saying
Oh, no, but you
his
guys
response to that
Multiple
question.
times.
no, but it
That's
is
what
true.
I
We don't
had
care.
caught.
We don't care about the woman's
I
success.
agree. I know men don't care, but
We
it's
don't
like
care.
that's not what I
I
was
think y'all
calling
just,
was
y'all
misogyny.
think tone and delivery just rubs y'all the wrong way. So you think, oh, he has to hate women. I don't hate women. I think women are beautiful. I just think a lot of your concepts
delivery.
about men is just a little off. And the things that y'all think we value, we just don't. We do not care that you make a lot of money. That doesn't equate to you being a great mate. A man will take a girl that's working on the fries who's sweet and treats him right and not materialistic than a baddie who makes $100,000 a year. I'm telling you how men think. You'll believe it if you want, but this is what it is. We don't care about how much money you make. That doesn't increase your value.
I agree with that.
Oh, okay, so hey, we good.